Hey everybody, it is Rydo, and we are back with another recording session of Hearthstone. First things first, let me ask everybody to turn off any ad blockers, whitelist me, help me make a career. I think I may have changed one of these quests, but I know at least the other two were just lucky. So what do we have to do? All we have to do is play as the mage and the shaman, play 30 minions that cost 2 or less, and win 3 games. So if we get the mage and shaman done, we'll already have 2 victories. If after that point we might play our Murlocs deck, so we have a bunch of low cost minions if we don't get that done. So no real problem there. However, there is a problem. Booting up today, they have now put in the shop, if it will open. Here it is. The Blackrock Mountain pre-order. Come on. Come on. Apparently everybody's trying to pre-order Blackrock Mountain, and it is taking the servers a while. I hope that doesn't continue in the continue in the gameplay. Alright. So pre-order adventure with 5 wings, $24.95. You get this pre-order exclusive of a card back, and it says $24.99. Not seeing a gold option here. Let's see what happens when we click the info. Funds will be deducted from your Battle.net balance. Insufficient balance exists in your public accounts. So it doesn't look like they've got in here the gold option at all. They said there would be a gold option. If they come back in, or at least I thought they said that. If that doesn't actually turn out to be the truth, then that will make it a pretty easy choice for me. We just won't cover Blackrock Mountain, and I'll leave it to your decision whether you want to spend $24.99 for facing off 17 bosses, earning 3 Blackrock Mountain cards, get an exclusive card back. That's not a lot. This 4th line, the adventure begins in April, and I think so the only thing they're saying is you get 3 cards. Was that 31 cards? Oh, I think it says 31. Alright, so 31 cards is reasonable. It's much more reasonable than 3. 17 bosses, so let's just go look at the adventure of Next Rambles and see how many bosses we actually fought on that. So 3, 6, 9, 13, 3, 6, 9, 13, 15. So it's going to have 2 more bosses than Next Rammus. And 31 cards, which, let's go check our collection and see how many Next Rammus cards exist at all. If we click here and click just the Next Rammus set, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 8 is 17, plus another 8 is 23, plus another 5 is 30, 23, 28. So there you have it right there. By that definition, there isn't going to be a lot more. Just maybe a couple more cards and a couple more bosses in Black Rock Mountain and Naxxramas. That does not shy very well. And I would not be surprised for a second if it was just one item, one special item per things. One special item per character type and then a bunch of neutral things. Now just for comparison, let's go and just see how many cards the expansion set can have for Goblins versus Gnomes. You have, let's see, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, 88, 96, 104. I've never counted by 8s this high before. 112, 120, 123. So triple the amount of cards for the Goblins versus Gnomes set potentially in existence that you can have for the expansion. Triple. It's strange. It really is strange that they are gonna do this again. But we don't have a clue with the shop. The problem there is because there's no gold buy option here. Let's see. If I click buy here and it's not popping up any option. That would really suck if they just automatically tried to charge me right then and there. But no gold option being shown. Let's say the equivalent we still think is 3,500 gold. If we, after we finish today's quests, we will be halfway there. So if it is a half off sale, if we buy all of them with gold, then we might have enough gold. Otherwise, we might not. And I'm not, what I've seen, what they're promising, getting more information about it is, I hate to be down on it before I even see it. Maybe it will be great. Maybe this will be the correction, but I can't really feel like that's even possible with that few cards and just doing more bosses, because the whole boss concept doesn't really make any sense. The boss concept is almost like a way too hard tutorial concept, which I've said on several occasions. I wish they did have like puzzle levels, tutorial levels, and the bosses sometimes are kind of puzzle-ish, but sometimes they're not. Alright, well there's two. There's two less than 2 mana creatures. 3. Heck, if I play this, I'll even have some more. Done. Yeah, I guess I should stick with Shaman and not play the Mage today, because I really have little reason to play as the Mage ever, and looks like Shaman has quite a few low mana count characters. We still want the victories.
Job's done.
Reporting for duty.
So right now I'm playing with my game controller, which in my recordings of my current series, this is really the only game I'm playing with the controller still, and I can definitely now, after playing other games with the mouse, feel the slowness. Also, because I bought a new gaming mouse, it seems slower. So I think what I'm gonna do here in just a second is put down the controller and use the mouse. We'll see if that can potentially speed up the episode length. Hearthstone is also one of the series that is the longest running at the moment, too.
Reporting for duty.
So, here we go. Putting down the controller, picking up the mouse. See, it feels a lot smoother. Now, with this, you do have the problem of less smooth movement. When I use the controller, you get pretty smooth movement on the mouse. When I'm using the mouse, it feels smooth to me, but it's a lot more jerkiness. So so I have this. I can either summon this and hope it is a healing one, or I can transform this. So what I want to do is transform. There we go. So now he won't get the health back. Pretty smooth move, I think. Now with this gaming mouse, there's just so many buttons. I would have thought I liked the buttons, but they feel funky. They definitely feel funky. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do this.
Witness the power of
for the Murlocs. Want to play these. Yep, I'm getting more and more towards the whole keyboard and mouse thing. I still feel like I need one of those gaming keyboard accessories. However, I feel it would really help. So let's play this, and let's play this.
Job's done.
And I did all of that just to get some more minions summoned. I don't know if these summoning totems are counting towards the goal or not. I also want to win though, so shouldn't screw around too much.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Let's see, if this goes, I'll have 3 plus 5 is 8 plus... Let's see, let's do this.
done.
For Najata.
Reporting for duty.
So, what have I been doing? Let's see. Well, the one series is probably still being aired by the time you see this. Well, the two series will be Plague, Inc. Evolved, and let's see.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
And Bastion. And so, but as far as the recording is gone, Bastion is totally done. I was
Yes.
Bastion was a pretty straightforward run. It was shorter than what I thought it was going to be, and because of all those factors, really led to it being recorded in very short bursts. Plague Inc. is more on that FTL and Binding of Isaac's style of game, so it's figured out how to
For the Alliance!
well, that's not gonna work.
For the Alliance!
I think I messed up here. Let's see, summon this. Deal 4 damage, overload. Ooh, I'll summon that. So yeah, Plague Inc. is giving me some bit of trouble. It's not really trouble, although I have got stuck on trying to get the necrovirus to win. I finally got as of this recording, I've unlocked everything enough that now I just need to unlock the genes modifications. All the plagues are unlocked, is what I mean.
Reporting for duty.
So there's still a lot that needs to be done. We're getting close to the section of where I'm gonna need to.
Ready to ride. Feel the power of the wind. Taste my steel.
Play everything on brutal and mega
Taste
brutal.
my steel.
Just need 3 more damage done to his face and I'll win. This looks like I have a good chance of winning. So Plague Inc.'s I play it for a day or 2 in a row, which isn't really how I want to do things. But it's probably more often than not how it is going to be done. It's just... yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there. Alright, so... this... this and
2 war.
2
Taste my steel.
base.
Taste my steel.
Thinks he's won, but he's lost. Sweet victory on the first try. That is great news. So on top of recording Plague, I've decided, and this should be the first time I talk about this. We summoned 8 minions out of 30. That's pretty good. So stick with Shaman. I've decided that to do a Minecraft series covering the code. Maybe I talked about this last time I recorded, maybe I didn't. And so that's what I did. The code is a puzzle Minecraft map that I went through, and then I did a terribly, I have to
You
just
asked
admit
for
it,
it.
it was terribly
Doomhammer.
dull and dry series afterwards of deconstructing the code, and then I did a pretty dull and dry single recording of testing the code in 1.83, just trying to learn the mechanics that were used and the trickery, and all of the mechanics and trickery don't really apply that well in 1.83. This is very much because the versions past 1.64 integrated the tricks he did using manipulations. They they made actual commands to do what he was doing. So now, if just for the end, the creator of the code, remade that same puzzle in 1.83 mechanics and actual mechanics that were intended to be there, it would work a lot better. Not that I think he really should. I'd much rather see him create something new than bother with redoing old things. And then there's other problems with the code of just gameplay mechanics and architectural problems of it not looking as good as it could have looked. So that was a pretty dry series. Next thing I'm gonna do is do the code 2, and then I'm gonna work on the code 3. I'll probably do deconstructing the code 2, but to alleviate my own feelings about how it's not really that super interesting, particularly if you're not interested in creating in Minecraft redstone constructions, puzzles and things. It's pretty dry, so I'm just releasing the deconstructing ones at the I'm just releasing those at the same day as the last episode of the code 1, and so then the very next release day will be the code 2, so people can just skip them, and that kind of sucks. I don't know how I could have spiced it up anymore. Minecraft and its music in 1.64 has some problems about when it decides to play ambient music versus 1.83, where it's if you have the ambient music on, you're almost always hearing things. So let's see, summon this, summon this, and then hope this hits blue too. Oh well. So now the reason why I decided to do a 4th series is one has to be I am just a master. It literally has to be I just enjoy giving myself more work for no good reason. I can't make any other justifiable reason or excuse for it.
Taste my steel!
But the other reason is when I look at my statistics of people who see my videos, because subscriber count still hasn't really grown yet. So I'm just getting random people doing
My
Google,
eyes
YouTube
are
searches,
open.
Google searches. The #1 videos that are getting the most views by a lot are the Minecraft videos. So I'm going basically where the audience seems to be. Let's see.
Feel the power of the wind.
Please be the heal one. Not the heal one. That's a shame.
Job done.
So I'm just trying to get more viewership. Can I forever and always have a Minecraft series? No, not really. I don't think I can do a good job at it if I did, but I may change my mind because I said I wouldn't do a Minecraft series at all. But these puzzle ones like the code, which I obviously need more of those. So I need suggestions. Leave me your suggestions in the comments of more puzzle-ish maps that I can do, because that's about the only ones I can do. Dropper maps,
Soldiers of the cold dark.
adventure maps I can sort of do, but if it's a lot of fighting, then that's a problem.
Eyes are open.
Let's see.
Behold the might of Stormwind! Job done.
This is gonna be a race. Give your minions +3 attack, +3. So 6,
Get behind me.
8, 7. 14 plus that would be. Which one do I want? I guess I have to do that. Well, I don't have enough to pull this one off, so let's end our turn. If I play both of these, will I have enough to do 21 damage? What was that? Put a copy of each friendly minion in your hand. For 4 mana? What card is this? Where did this come from? I've never seen it. Feels like I'm gonna lose. Alright. Let's count. So 6 will get this high enough to kill this. And then it will leave these high enough to kill. Let's see. Let's do just
Handle it!
Interesting, Bloodlust did not affect him. So now this one can kill this one. This one can kill this one. And this one kill this one.
Job done.
There is little time.
So we're back in the game. Of course, he has copies of each one of those. At the end of each turn, gain +1/+1. I have no cards, so I don't think I'm gonna win. It's just keep this thing rolling. Six, 12, 15, 18. We're almost to the point where we might win if we get a couple more things. But there's that guy.
Get behind me.
And then new taunt guy. So that's probably our victory out of the Probably gonna lose this next turn.
Stand ready.
Am I gonna do a deconstructing every single Minecraft series I do? Probably, but they probably will be just like one episode long. Because I want to know how those puzzle maps and how everything works. Unless it just becomes blatantly obvious. And there's a bunch of them out there, so doing the maps, at least showing them off somewhat, isn't a terrible idea. And I definitely need more views and I would like more subscribers. But that does add more work to me, and that's really not what I wanted. I wanted to get further ahead. I didn't want to do more work and have 4 series. I saw somebody online, one of the other channels I follow, saying how they decided to stop posting episodes on Monday and Tuesday because you can actually lose subscriber and have them burn out if you post too often. And
Thrall versus
it's not something I really agree about.
Victory or death.
Agree with
For Doomhammer.
because if there is any level of burnout, in my opinion, and this is like with no knowledge or anything, this is just my gut feeling. But if people are burning out through a Monday through Friday release of a game, I would think the number of people getting burned out there will be less than the number of people that you would be getting about talking
Job done.
or doing a game that is in the public's mindset at the moment. So if I do a brand new game and release, if I, for instance, the Talos Principle, if I do the Talos Principle and release it all at once, I think that's the right move. Same is true even if I do Portal and release it right around the time that Portal somewhat comes back into the news because of Valve's showing off their VR stuff and Source 2. So I mean, Portal is a 7-year-old game. The only time that it would really be back in the mindset of people is because Valve did something, and so I think I got really lucky that they did do something, and because of that, I think I benefited a little bit to send all of Portal out. So I couldn't really see myself doing less episodes of anything. I could, if I did less episodes on Hearthstone, what would I really be doing, but don't want to kill this guy. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill this guy. And start smashing this guy. If I did less Hearthstone, I'd just be getting further in the future, so far in the future that we would lose even whatever little relevance we have now. Looks like I might have lost. Let's see. Yep. Lost.
Well played.
If I was to release, say, Plague Inc. or Bastion in the stores, I don't see the reason to do any of that. To get back to talking, I just don't see a reason that, because all my series go on the back burner, or let's maybe it is more appropriate to just say they end with the possibility of coming back. This is our 4th game for this episode. So all my series stop being released daily. The only series that has even a slightest of chance to for very long periods of time, years, be Monday through Friday release is Hearthstone.
Versus Jane.
And that's just the way the game is.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
And even this may fall out of favor eventually. So all my other series end, and when they end, well, you get a nice little playlist there. And if you're just following down the playlist and you miss a day, you can catch up after they're done. So it's not a difficult thing. I don't know why I would accommodate people. Oh, yeah, I'll do this. I don't know why I would try and accommodate this audience that only wants to watch the episodes 3 days a week and disadvantage or irritate the audience that would like to watch the episodes more often. It just doesn't make any sense. So I don't really agree with the general thought. I just don't agree with the thought that a significant amount of people are going to be bummed out by, they're going to say, oh, he's releasing so many because he does one Monday through Friday. Hey, I don't feel it. I just don't feel it.
Feel the power of the will.
So, I guess that's a really long conversation to say I have no intentions of changing my release schedule. I'm not going to release on the weekend. That is your catch-up time. If you want to catch up and you missed a few episodes, you've got the whole weekend to watch them again. Or you can just skip episodes, or you can just watch it on the playlist. It doesn't hurt me one bit, really, for you to see an episode it doesn't hurt me for you to see an episode a year later, and that year later decide share it, and because you shared it, several other people saw it. None of that hurts me. None of that does anything but help me. I don't work on like a TV rating system. That the way the last time I heard the Nielsen's ratings, they have like the first 24 hours now for DVR viewing, and that's the only ratings that they really care about. It's just not, that's not how YouTube works. YouTube just looks at my channel and how many views overall I am. That puts me in a classification of how valuable, how much they can charge to put ads on the video. So as I get more viewers, as I get more subscribers, I get more money in theory for people looking at and clicking on ads. So whether you watch me now or then is only slightly helpful if you do it earlier to help me grow audience, but it doesn't really matter. Take your time. It's fine. Just take your time. It doesn't really hurt me. The only way it could really hurt me is if for some, I don't know, legal reason or otherwise I had to take monetization and ads off all my videos.
Shall be mine.
But
Doomhammer.
if that were the case and I had to do that, then I more than likely would have to also would decide just to take down all the videos, mark them all as private, or the account got suspended or terminated for some reason, then all the videos would be taken down. But I'm doing every bit of as much work as I can to avoid that scenario. Alright, so we got this, and we'll just this.
Job done.
Now when I have the mana wraith out and this becomes a 3 mana thing, do you think that works towards our goal or not? Probably doesn't. So I probably hurt myself working towards our quest. See, deal 3 damage.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
Let's see, is there anything else going on? Not really. Just potentially getting close to getting into the summer months, so I might start trying to play and record with fans on, hoping that it doesn't become a problem and make too much noise, but it might. I think a lot of the popping that I heard in earlier episodes might have been from the fans. Although I haven't heard it as much. And let's see.
Job done.
That. I wanted to summon this as it had 2 mana, instead of making it 3 mana.
Someone call for it. You know,
I'm really having this thought about how do you record in like a recording studio and soundproof it, and not just irritate everybody by having the air conditioner completely off.
Taste my steel!
Job's
Minion
done.
already attacked.
I really don't know. I think they probably just do have either no air conditioning in most recording studios, like no vent to the room at all, or they turn it off and probably just make people record for hours and hours
Why do you call?
in the heat. Or maybe they build the rooms if it's a really fancy studio, so it's like passively cooled, so it doesn't make any noise. Alright, so let's see, we want this. We want... I can't do anything. So let's go ahead and end our turn. So my thought on doing the Minecraft series is I'm probably gonna do those on the weekends, so I'll just lose my entire weekends like a fool. I'm gonna just commit myself to working on the weekends for the rest of my life. Really? None of those worked? Alright, well this worked.
Done.
At least I got rid of one thing. So in like one playthrough, do an entire Minecraft map and keep those episodes really short. Still need feedback on the short episodes. I think it's gonna work and benefit people. Benefit me in having more episodes to release. Benefit everybody watching in that they won't take up as much as their time. Because we were really getting away from the whole Binding of Isaac style of like 1 hour, 2 hour things.
For the king!
But even on the short games that do produce short episodes, sometimes I go pretty long. It depends on several things, whether I can speed up the game in any way or not. It depends on whether I can do it. You know, I'm noticing here as I'm talking that I keep moving the mouse up and down when I'm talking. I guess I talk with my hands a little bit, don't I? Huh. You learn something new about yourself all the time. So like, using the mouse, I'm sitting here and moving it around in circles as I'm talking and gesturing subconsciously. That's funny. Anyways, I'm gonna call that the end of this episode. We've gotten everything we needed to do. We got one quest done, and we're so close on the other. We need like 4 little 2 cost or less minions and 1 victory. So I don't see a reason why we would go into a 3rd episode. We are very much getting away from having 3rd episodes. So even in Hearthstone, I have somehow sped up my process, which is going to bite me in the butt eventually, because if I only get 2 episodes every 3 days, well, then eventually I'm gonna just be out of episodes. I'll have to think of something new to do. If it weren't for the adventure, which I know will get us some more episodes, and if I don't ever get anybody to friend me on Battle.net, which I know would get us some more episodes, I don't know what I could do in Hearthstone, really. We could just sit here and have an episodes be like rebuilding decks or playing 5 ranked games for no real reason. That's not something I'd really want to spend my time on, really. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just be a bad, not as good of a Hearthstone player. We might have to revisit re-editing, changing the number of episodes, games per episode. Then, in fact, I'm gonna have to probably start thinking about that right now. Aren't I? Maybe go down to 4, and then that guarantees we have 3. I don't know. I'll have to give it some thought. Anyways, that is the end of this episode. I've said episode a lot. Uh, as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you can donate will be greatly appreciated. If you could just donate $29.95 or a little bit over that, 5% more, so I could just spend the money directly on something like the adventure, that would be cool. But that's not a guarantee that's what I would actually do with the money. It would certainly be helpful though if things like that happened. But even if you can only donate like $1, that's fine too. It's all very much appreciated. Put your money where your mouth is and show me you appreciate this, or give me comments on how I can improve, and I will definitely try to improve. I'm always trying to improve. If you want to follow me on Steam or follow me on Google+, still looking for followers on Google+. Or if you want to friend me on Steam or Battle.net or follow me on Twitter, I've got that all mixed up. All the information is down below, so you can follow me and friend me on everything, and please do. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.